A Texas school official is apologizing after telling teachers they need to present what she called, quote, opposing views of the Holocaust. The moment, which was caught on tape, has sparked an uproar. CNN's Ed Lavandera brings us the story.
Being told to get rid of your library or include opposing viewpoints on what they called on like controversial subjects.
To tell this story, this school teacher says she has to speak out under the cover of secrecy. She says she fears never being able to get a job as an educator again.
Teachers are actively getting threats if they're speaking out at this point. Threats to destroy their lives, to come for their license, to go after their families.
That's Hitler style, buddy.
Carroll Independent School District administrators in the suburb of Southlake, Texas, held training sessions laying out the guidelines teachers needed to follow to pick the books for their classroom libraries. At the heart of what unfolded during these sessions is a controversial new state law that tries to control how racial issues and history are taught in schools across Texas. The law states that if a teacher engages in a discussion of a controversial issue of public policy or social affairs, they're required to explore such issues from diverse and contending
I would think that would be all right.
Part of the training was recorded by a teacher.
Just try to remember the concepts of 3979 and make sure that if you have a book on the Holocaust, that you have one that has opposing, that has other. How do you oppose the Holocaust? I know.
In that audio recording, you hear this administrator say this absurd.
You know, maybe that's the problem right there. You're not allowed to talk about the Holocaust. Well, let me let you know, I don't know everything about the Holocaust. I would love to learn more about it. I've been to the museum. I know a guard got shot and killed down there. I know my mom's boss was a Jewish guy who was corrupt as all. He owned tons of apartment projects and pornography studios in Hollywood, but never mind all about Aaron Tamaris. What I'm talking about is, if you say something about Jewish people, you will get in a lot of trouble. But you can talk about Native Americans all day long. Well, I don't exactly know what happened in the Holocaust. What it looked like to me is they killed a whole bunch of Jewish people. I really don't know. But if someone wants to talk about something, you know, maybe there's a place for it. Let's keep listening.
The idea that there should be an opposing view of the Holocaust taught. When you heard that, what was your reaction?
It's almost like a joke. Like, I don't even...
They're just scared. These are white people. These people that said that were white people that are afraid to get in trouble because so long they've been pushing the white agenda. Now they're being told you're racist, and they're saying, if you want to talk about the opposing view, we got to include that. But please tell me what I'm missing, because I'm sure I'm missing something. There's a bigger control thing here that I'm missing, and I want to learn.
We're not being asked to have opposing views on colonization. We're not being asked to have opposing views on Christopher Columbus Day or Thanksgiving. We're being asked to have opposing views on only certain things, and that's where the problem lies, really.
What are those certain things that you're being asked to have opposing views on?
Civil rights movement, Holocaust, the Civil War, slavery, women's rights.
The school administrator in the meeting had tried to ease the frustrations and anger of the teachers.
You are professionals. We hired you as professionals. We trust you with our children. So if you think the book is okay, then let's go with it. And whatever happens, we will fight it together.
The school district superintendent apologized for any hurt and confusion this has caused.
I don't even know what she said.
There are not two sides of the Holocaust, and that the district is working to add clarity.
No, they burned and killed people. We know that.
But in Southlake, finding clarity has been impossible since
she just
the
made a poor
controversial
example.
Texas law went into effect.
She just said you got to talk about things.
CNN say a group of conservative and highly organized parents are the driving force of this controversy, pushing school administrators to limit discussions on racial and social justice issues.
It's very sad, the situation that
Russell,
we're in right
Maryland.
now.
Russell, Maryland is a longtime Southlake resident. His 3 children have gone to schools here. The former Dallas Cowboys defensive lineman has spent the last 3 years working with dozens of other parents to develop a diversity curriculum for the city's schools.
The world is changing. The city is changing. And
I'm Joe Webb, a Maryland parent.
We have a set of people in this town that are fearful of the change.
Yeah.
And what do the fearful do? They instill fear.
Talk, Russell.
Council's efforts have gone nowhere. Maryland says the latest South Lake school controversy is embarrassing.
It's just the ridiculous of it is just incredible. But it's
What a
happening.
man,
It's
what a
happening
man,
here in
what
our
a man,
community.
what a mighty good
As a warning
man.
to everybody out there, if you don't stand up right now, then that ignorance is coming to a town close to you.
Oh, it's there. It's trying to flower, big brother.
This push to control how these issues are taught in classrooms?
Fear and ignorance. I'm sure it's racism too, but it's fear and ignorance. And I keep saying this. I hope this is the catalyst for change in our district, that this changes. We can't
Hopefully.
continue to go on this way. We have to make a change. We cannot continue to be ignorant and behave this way. We're beginning to feel like children of divorce. Like we have these two sides fighting, and we're becoming collateral damage.
Disturbing story. Coming up, an
Sure
act
is.
of terror.